start off with the wildfire closures. We still have this closure due to the Bear Fire. So US 191 is closed from milepost 175 to 225. That is south of Alpine, and it is in both directions here. We see a lot of red in this area, so I'll keep you updated when we get some more information and when the area reopens. For now, let's go back to the valley here. We have our ADOT camera here on Priest. Very light traffic in the East Valley in both directions. No major issues over there at this time. When we go to the big picture here, we have a lot of green all across the valley. We do have one accident that just popped up a few moments ago, so I'm going to check that out and give you the details on my next report. But we have this one in place here on the I-10 westbound at Riggs Road. No major delays around that one. We still see some green in the area, but I'll keep you updated when that one clears up. Rachel?
All right, thanks a lot, Vanessa. Still ahead on today.
501 this morning, we do have a couple issues on the maps here. We have an accident, and then we have an area that you have to drive with caution. So this area is on the Loop 202 westbound near 52nd Street. There's some dust from a tractor driving over there, so be careful when you're on that part of the freeway. That should clear up within the next few minutes. And then far out in the West Valley, we have a surface street accident on 83rd Avenue in McDowell. No major issues around this one. I'll let you know when it clears up. And then we have another accident in the Maricopa area. I'll give you the details coming up in my next report. This morning, we have a lot of green on our map, so we have great driving conditions out there. However, we do have a few accidents in an area that you have to drive with caution because there's some dust on this part of the freeway on the Loop 202 westbound near 52nd Street. A big tractor trailer was driving on that part of the freeway and caused some dust in the area, so just be careful until that one clears up. We do have a surface street accident in the West Valley on 83rd Avenue in McDowell. We still have green in the area, but still be careful until that one's completely out of the way. I do have an update for you on this accident in the Maricopa area. It was on the I-10 westbound at Riggs Road. It is cleared up. You no longer have to worry about that one, and we have green in both directions in that area. So I'll keep you updated when that other accident clears up and if any other ones pop up this morning. Rachel?
Thanks a lot, Vanessa.
Parking if you're heading to the Suns game tonight. It's at 6 o'clock, so if you're coming from the East Valley, you're going to be on the I-10 to 7th Street and then south to Washington to get to the parking area over there. For the West Valley, I-10 to southbound 7th Avenue to Jefferson. And then for the Southeast Valley, you're going to go on the I-17 to 7th Street and then north on 7th Street to get to the parking area. There is one on 3rd Street and Jefferson, another one on 1st Street and Jefferson. That's at the arena there. It's going to be very busy. If you want to take the light rail, you can save some money and save some time. But just remember, allow yourself some extra travel time when you're heading out there to the game because it is hectic. Ryan?
All right, Vanessa. Sorry, I'm busy over here. I got stuff to do.
This morning, there was a report of some pedestrians on the Loop 202 and Broadway here, so I pulled it up on the ADOT camera, and I don't see any people walking around on the freeway, but if you happen to be in that area, just drive with caution until they get out of the way, I guess, huh? All right, let's take a look at the big picture. We do have a lot of green in the East Valley, in the North Valley, and far out in the West Valley. We do see some traffic building up as you're heading towards downtown Phoenix. And then we still have this accident in the clearing stages in the West Valley on 83rd Avenue in McDowell. Still green in the area, must be off to the side, so just be careful over there until it's completely out of the way. Busy traffic on the I-10 eastbound as you approach 35th Avenue. It continues towards downtown. And then we also see some busy traffic on the 17th southbound as you hit Central, and it continues till you get to 7th Avenue. It's moving about 35 miles per hour. I'll keep you updated if any other accidents pop up this morning. Ryan?
All right, we appreciate that, Vanessa. Thanks.
With Vanessa.
Well, we're going to check in with the commute later on tonight for the game. So I'm going to tell you how to get to some parking. It starts at 6 o'clock. If you're coming from the East Valley, you're going to be on the I-10 to 7th Street, and then you're going to go south to Washington to get to a parking area over there. For the West Valley, it's the I-10 to southbound 7th Avenue to Jefferson, and then the Southeast Valley is the I-17 to 7th Street, and then you're going to go north on 7th Street to get to the parking garage. Remember, it's going to cost you a pretty penny to park out there, so allow yourself some extra travel time and take the light rail to try to save some change. Not much to worry about early this morning at 6:20. We have a lot of green in our maps, and we have very light traffic here on the I-17 southbound Durango curve. It's live on the ADOT camera, and we only have a sprinkle of cars over there on that part of the freeway. Things are moving along well. Drive with caution in this area on 52nd Street as you approach the Loop 202. There was a car fire earlier. They put it out, but they're still in the clearing stages, so you're going to see some, clearing up going over there. So just drive with caution. And then for the big picture here, look at this. A lot of green in the North Valley, far out in the West Valley. East Valley, you are good to go on the 60 and both of the 202s. Just a little bit of traffic on the 17th southbound as you get closer to 7th Avenue. You hit that pocket of orange where it's moving about 35 miles per hour. Rachel?
Vanessa, you've had all sorts of stuff going on. What about tonight if you want to get to that game?
Okay, so you might already know where to park tonight, but I just love showing this image. I mean, Phoenix Suns NBA Finals. All right, so here's some parking. The game starts at 6 p.m. If you're coming from the East Valley, you're going to go on the I-10 to 7th Street, and then you're going to head south to Washington to get to parking over there. For the West Valley, the I-10 to southbound 7th Avenue. Then you're going to head to Jefferson for parking, and then Southeast Valley, the I-17 to 7th Street. And then you're going to head north to 7th Street to get to the parking garages. Just make sure you bring your money with you. It's like 20 to 40 bucks, even higher to park If you want to save some change, go ahead and use the light rail. Ryan?
Great advice right there.
6:50 this morning, we do have some busy traffic on the I-10 eastbound as you approach 27th Avenue. It's live here on our ADOT camera, and that's because we have an accident on this at the stack. We do see some delays as you look at the maps here. We're in the orange zone as you approach 43rd Avenue, and it continues to the accident site. So allow yourself a few extra minutes if you're getting ready to head out on that part of the freeway this morning.
Play together.
All right, for the big picture here, we do see a lot of green in the North Valley and a lot of green far on the West Valley. We do have another area that you have to drive with caution. We had a car fire earlier on 52nd Street as you approach the Loop 202. They're still trying to clear up the area, so drive with caution over there, but at least it's not causing any major delays for you. Ryan?